Live from PATV Studios, it's the Lyle Style Show. And now, the man with the most style, it's your host, Lyle Style.
Hey, oh my goodness, welcome to a beautiful edition of the Lyle Style Show. I got a treat for you. We got two icons. We got royalty, Motown royalty, right here talking to him. We'll be talking to him in a few seconds about the Motown sound and everything. We got Sherry Gordy, the CEO of Sherry Gordy Presents, and we got another royalty, Robert Gordy Jr. He's the casting director and the liaison with Sherry Gordy Presents, and it's going to be a good show. Hey, welcome to the Lyle Style Show.
Hi,
Lyle. How you doing, Sherry? What's going on, Robert?
Hey, Lyle. So good to hear from you.
Again, that's right. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. So, my goodness, look, royalty, Motown, royalty, everybody, when you say Motown, everybody knows the Gordys, period. So, Sherry, now, you've gone off in a whole different direction, with the Motown sound. So, I just want to start talking to you a little bit, because we're going to do our show with both of y'all. So a little bit about, hey, even though you've been, how did you get started and what you've been doing?
Well, it's a long story. My forte is mortgages. I've been in real estate and mortgages for quite some time now. I'm a broker, and when the market crashed, before the market crashed, actually, for fun, I did a comedy show called Tickle Me Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. It was here on the Strip, and it was really fun. Laughter is the best medicine, and that's really my first love, comedy. I just love to laugh and love jokes, and so I tried that. That was my first try into the entertainment business, and then I, continued my philanthropy and my real estate and mortgages, and then when the market crashed, I didn't know what to do, and so I decided to do the music and comedy together. Try that.
Wow, what a combination!
When I did the comedy, I had attracted, I guess, because of my family connection, I attracted more singers and musicians than I did comics. And I said, "What's going on? I'm looking for comedians," and everybody wanted to sing, and musicians, and so I did kind of, let them open up the show, with a song or two, or, by different singers, and it just became kind of crazy because I wanted it only to be comedy. So then when I came back in 2013, I did both, and then I really found my true love. I'm like, wow, I really love the music, I love the live music, and bringing back, the Motown sound, and it was just great, and so that's how it started.
Wow, yes, and that's when Sherry Gordy Presents came into focus out there in Vegas.
That's when she was born. Yeah, that's when she was born.
Okay, wow. Okay, so your first love really was real estate. You did real estate. You were telling me. So from real estate you got into what you're doing. So a little bit about what's going on in your life now. You've been around so many different entertainers, from music to entertaining and whatnot. What do you really like to do? You like? I know you like comedy. Have you did any acting in your career?
Yes, yes, I did. I actually, maybe I should say that was my first love. Yeah, I wanted to, also I love that part. I love acting and pretending, and so I did some movies and in my earlier years, but then that didn't really take off, and so I wanted to try business.
Yes.
So I had to choose acting or business. So when I talked about the pros and cons, I said I better go into business. And then so I can know where to put my money, that I planned on earning, and so that's what I did.
Oh, wow.
So I'm glad I did, actually.
Yes, and it's been successful for you all this time now. And Motown now, I've heard a little bit about that. Y'all went out to Australia to do some...
we went to Australia this year. We went in February, and a friend of mine called me and wanted us to kick off our world tour in Australia and invited us down there. So we kicked off at the grand opening of a resort down there. So that was really fun. We stayed about, I think, 9 days or something. And they treated us really VIP. I mean, we really had a wonderful time.
Wow.
It was like a vacation and a show at the same time.
Yeah, so you had a really warm welcome out down under.
Big warm welcome. Big warm welcome. It was fabulous, and we're looking forward to going back again.
Oh wow, okay, that's good. So you may have them in both places, Vegas and in Australia too. That'd be wonderful.
Well, we've taken our show cross country. I mean, we have a spin-off show called Stage to Stage.
Okay.
And so we take that around the country, and we took that around the country, and we've been to Chicago, we've been to Seattle, Washington, we've been to Houston, Texas. I mean, we just took it all over the country, and we would do a 5-week series in each city, and the winner would get, all expense paid trip for 2 and a spotlight on our show for 45-minute spotlight on the show.
Wow.
So we did that, and we were just I love to travel, so.
Sure, you got to. I mean, what you're doing, yeah. Now, did Robert go along with you? Robert Gordy Jr. Did he go along with you on these?
I've been on several shows. I supported her for 3 years. She did the Sherry Gordy Presents, Take the Stage.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to go to Australia or tour the country with her, but those things are scheduled for the future.
There you go.
When she's going to do some more touring.
He was busy running. We had to leave somebody here to run the camera.
So Robert, you have to be the one to run the whole thing back home. Then you do the.
Well, I kept an eye on things, along with Sherry's crew. Every time she went out of town, we kept the show going. She's got a phenomenal crew with Lillian Rice and her husband Skip Rice, who is her music director, and so many wonderful people. Marilyn Mercer and Christopher Sharp Benning, and Wendy Furlong Spears. So many people who have been loyal to her and stayed with her from the beginning, and are the nucleus to Sherry Gordy Presents. So many people, Susan Koshy, that came down from, I guess, Seattle, or and did a lot of graphics for her. Susan Koshy, So we want to pay homage to them, but I was just one of the team, one of the crew, and the good thing that I was her family member too, because she had that family element also, and also our cousin Gwendolyn Moore, who is the granddaughter of Esther Gordy Edwards. She would always come out and support us, and people like Marvin Gaye's sisters, Viola Gay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All-time supporters,
Yeah, that's one because Marvin Gaye. That's now. Glad you mentioned that because there's always what's the other daughter of Marvin Gaye. Gail, what's her name? She's been in movies. She was in movies with Ice Cube called Triple X. I can't pronounce.
Are you talking about Nona Gay?
Yes.
Nona. You're talking about Nona.
Nona. Yes. Yeah. And is she involved in that? Is she a singer or?
Well, no, Nona hasn't been to our show. She's done some things on her own. She's done acting and singing and things like that. But Sherry had her sister, Rhonda Ross, who came to the show. It's coming on 2 years from now. Rhonda Ross, the daughter of Dinah Ross and Barry Gordy. She came and performed on Sherry's show. There was a lot of sisterly love in the house, and there's joy and beauty, So we got some great memories of the first 3 years that Sherry did. Sherry Gordy Presents, Take the Stage, inspired by Motown, and so many great things are about to happen for her and us in the very near future.
Oh, definitely. Because now, Sherry, you inspired to do this, your production and stuff like that. What is the show about? What is the premise for Sherry Gordy Presents?
Well, what it is well, it's a couple things wrapped up in one. I, honor, our legacy, of my father. I honor my dad every time I have the show. And then also it's a foundation, a platform for artists, up-and-coming artists, to showcase their talents. Not, artists, musicians, actors, poets, comedians, whatever it is you do in the entertainment. It's an open mic forum.
Okay.
So people come, and they come to the show, and they sign up, and they just take the stage. I mean, you could be a drummer, you could be a guitar player, whatever, whatever you do. You could be a comedian, all ages. So you a dancer, we've had dancers, we had musicians. So it's a really great, platform for artists, for up-and-coming artists. And then it's also a platform for already established artists. We've had a lot of legends come and grace our stage.
Wow.
I mean, bless our stage. Which was, the Dramatics. We had Ray Goodman and Brown. We had Mary Jane Girls. We had Mark Wood. We had Errol Melvin's Blue Notes. We had, I guess some of the stylistic guys. We just had so many.
Wow.
I can't even tell you all the people that came to bless the stage.
Wow. Okay. But you know what?
Street Temptations. We've had even Dennis Edwards come.
Oh, yeah.
And then we had so many people, just, boxers, the Mayweather family. They came and spent their birthdays there. And,
wow.
It was just, we did a tribute to Joe Jackson. We honored him, and we gave awards away every month. We wanted to recognize people and honor them, and it was just a phenomenal experience.
Wow, that's wonderful. But but you forgot one person though that did not grace your stage yet. One person out of everybody else that didn't grace your stage. I'm gonna tell you who that person is.
Oh.
Lyle, the greatest talk show host in the world, man. Lyle.
We didn't know you, but we've had so many, radio personalities. We had them, we had Joy LaShawn. She just got inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Wow,
yes. Connie Breeze. A lot of the radio personalities came and hosted the show.
Wow.
We had a lot of every show. We had a different host. Even I hosted the show.
Did you really? Now, I would like to see that.
We had so many people. We had Keith Washington, Darius McQuarrie. We just did it up. Every show was different. You never know. My birthdays, my birthday, we did Harlem Nights. That was my theme because I love that movie so much.
Oh, yeah, Eddie Murphy. Yes.
Yeah, so we dress up, in that theme, and we did a lot of themed out parties. So it was so exciting. It was so much fun.
Oh, wow. That's a wonderful thing. You do a phenomenal job with your show. You and Robert Gordy Jr., both of y'all. And I know Robert knows a little bit about the background, a little bit about the external side, the publishing side about Motown. And our second half of the show, I want to get talk to you, Robert, about that a little bit. But like I said with the show, it's a beautiful show. I can't wait till it starts back here again in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. One of these days. We get offered every single day. We're reading over contracts and offers, and and so we just haven't found anything that we're just not ready right now. The reason why I had to shut down the show, one of the reasons, was because my mother got sick with chronic dementia.
Wow.
Epidemic disease. Yeah. And a lot of going around the world. And so I didn't understand what it was, so I couldn't concentrate on the show. I could no longer have any more fun because I was worried about my mom,
Yeah. Well, how's she doing now?
I had to stop that.
How's she doing now? She's all right?
Well, no, she's getting worse. That disease, there's no cure. They can slow it down.
Well,
but that's it.
Yeah.
So she's worse. She remembers everybody. So she's not that bad, but it's just a really bad. It's the worst disease. It's one of the worst diseases ever.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it is just. I don't want your worst enemy to get that. It's just horrible.
Wow, I feel well.
Very sad.
I'm gonna put y'all in our prayers and your mom and that
Thank
type of
you.
thing. No problem. I understand that. So, but you.
Yeah, and then we had to reorganize.
Yeah.
We had to reorganize,
Right.
and the people, and so we just had to step back and take a look, and we want to come back bigger and stronger than ever.
Exactly. But y'all went to Australia. Y'all did a wonderful job down there. I've heard, and because I was talking to Miss Rice, and she was telling me little things about Australia, how beautiful that was. People down there loved y'all and really want y'all to, do it again. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That was so much fun.
Uh-huh.
It was really great. It's always great going to another country, a different culture, and
Right.
they really appreciate you, and and it's amazing how some things we may take for granted,
Mm-hmm.
and other people, just don't show so much more gratitude. So, it was just amazing, even when we went to the different cities, and some people we have some friends called the Gladys Knights. They spell it GLAD.
Yeah.
ITS. Right. They came all the way from the UK to perform on this show.
Dang,
So,
what a treat.
Yeah. They saved their money and they used their own money, and they got here and they performed, and several other people also from different countries. And then we had a cyber party every time we had our show too. And that cyber party, everybody would sign on. We'd live stream the show.
Okay, yeah.
People would sign. Yeah, they would sign on. And so we had two channels, livestream.com, and I forgot the other one. But yeah, we did that, and so we had thousands of people that were viewing from all over the world, and that
Wow.
was just so. And we're good friends. I mean, one of my besties is from the cyber party, Kim Luckbear Wilson. I mean,
Uh-huh.
It's amazing all the people we met on the cyber line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and became friends with,
yes.
and it is just amazing. So
Yes.
it was really exciting, but I guess God wanted us to step back for a little while and
Uh-huh.
take care of Mom.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
now she's doing well as far as I know what's going on, and
Uh-huh.
she's in a place that's taking care of her, and so she's good now. As good
Okay.
as could be expected. She's
Mhm.
good. So
Mhm.
we had to get all that in order, and then our staff, our team, we had to reorganize some team members and
Mhm.
some musicians and stuff like that. So we had to just step back, because we were just moving so fast. We were on television,
Yep.
and we were on different networks, and we were doing a reality show
Oh,
and filming for
wow.
that. And the cameras were in there. It was just like it was so much action. I couldn't get no sleep.
It was 24/7, girl.
And then I got my mom calling me saying there's a man outside of her window. It's
Oh
like,
my
what?
goodness, yeah. So yeah, that was scary right there. I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
And we go there.
yeah, but you in Vegas, what's done in Vegas, stay in Vegas. Vegas 24/7. That's
Right.
yeah, that's everything's going on down there. But you you're an amazing person, and now like I said, you did a little acting now. Now, I was going to ask you, do you do any singing or you don't do any singing?
None whatsoever. Only in the shower.
Oh, my goodness. Help me.
Or in the car.
Yeah, Motown. Hey, Motown royalty is what the Gordys are to me. Motown royalty from, Sherry, for you and
Thank
Robert
you.
Gordy Jr., both of y'all royalty, and Robert, I know that you got some stories to tell down through the years with different people out there
Oh
in the
my
Motown.
gosh, he's got the best stories. You could just stay up and listen to him for 20. I told him he needs to write a book.
He
got
should.
the best stories ever. And I still don't know them all.
Oh, my
I mean,
goodness.
every time we do an interview, I learn something new, and just always learning something from my cousin Robert. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes we have a conference call with Sherry and her executive people like Lillian and Bill. And start wanting to tell a little short story. And then I get involved with it before I knew everybody on the phone is asleep.
Never.
Oh, come on now.
Asleep. Another bedtime story.
Oh, my goodness, man. Don't tell me that. I wouldn't fall asleep on your stories, man. So you're going to have to...
Oh, yeah.
I would not fall asleep on your stories.
Yeah, but it's a great thing because I always tell people not to give out her age or my age, but, you know, I'm numerous years younger than older than Sherry.
Okay. Y'all look young.
When she came on board as a little girl, everything was really up and running, you know. Motown was the biggest and the hottest independent record company in the United States and on the planet, you know, not just a black record company, but they were considered mainstream pop.
There you go.
And so they were dominating the pop charts and the R&B charts, you know. And so Sherry was born into that environment when things were really at its peak. You know, Hitsville, the studios were running 24 hours a day to crank out all these great hits, but see, the whole thing is the magic and the intensity, the creativity, and the professionalism of these group of people that Sherry's father, Barry Gordy, assembled can't be matched by anything, by any means necessary. You know, in the mid to late the 60s, it's one thing to be in the studio cutting records. You know, this is what I try to tell young people. We meet a lot of people, man, I cut a record, I want you to hear it. And then I listen to it, and a couple of cats that are doing stuff around the country, I say, yeah, that's good, but it's not a hit. I said, Motown mastered in creating hits, records. They're the only independent record company that ever cranked 110 number one pop hits, 150 number one rhythm and blues hits. That can be, and then to think of all the records that made it to number 2, number 3, number 5 in the top 10. You're talking about 500 to 1,000 records or songs that are being played somewhere around the United States or somewhere around the world 24 hours a day. That's how big a catalog. When I work with you know, Barry Gordy, you know, Sherry's father, my father, Robert Gordy Jr., his younger brother by only about a year and a half, and my father, Robert Gordy, took over from our aunt, Lucy Gordy Wakefield, and began to run Jobet Music Publishing when she passed around 1965. So he was actually in the music publishing division for over 20 years directly, and then stayed with the company until they actually finally sold it. You know, so he was with them for a good 25, 30 years. Now, and now the catalog, when they sold it, it had over 15,000 songs. And can you imagine a good 1,000 to 1,500 of those songs are playing somewhere around the United States, around the country, around the world, constantly. So a good 500 plus songs that people know almost at the drop of a hat. This is the power of the Motown and Barry Gordy, his vision, his dream, but his dynamic personality and his professionalism, his leadership. You know, his leadership inspired all these hundreds of people to do their best, all the great songwriters, all the great producers, all the great artists, and then inspired thousands of people who, just from being supporters or fans or followers of Motown, you know, I've told Sherry, you know, that he is really, in some circles, considered the father of the modern pop music industry because he set the standard for everybody that came after him, but he came from a legacy of jazz, you know, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Nina Horn, Sammy Davis Jr., Nat King Cole. These were the people he loved, but he was a big fan of classic Hollywood too, golden Hollywood. That's why when you really look at the early Motown, it's like he was trying to pattern himself after Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe and, Debbie Reynolds and, Cary Grant. Those were, people in Detroit. Detroit was a big hub for the Hollywood movie industry, and that affected Detroit black people and our family, the Gordy family. If you look at early pictures of Barry Gordy and a lot of those cats, they were trying to look like Clark Gable and Cary Grant and Humphrey Bogart, But one of his favorite songs was a song from Debbie Reynolds, the song Tammy.
Oh, right. Wow,
and he
really?
wanted to name his record company Tammy, and they told him, you can't use the name Tammy because that's already trademarked. So he named his record company Tamla.
Oh.
But in honor of this beautiful song that he loved from Debbie Reynolds, Tammy. So I would tell Sherry and a few of my other cousins and things that I was there. I was born in the mid-'50s. So when Barry Gordy wrote the first hit for Jackie Wilson, Read the Key, I was like three years old, 1957. And so I was aware of what was going on. And my dad took me to our grandparents' house, Barry and, Pop and Bertha Gordy, to their house on St. Antoine's in Farnsworth, and we were standing in the hallway, the second level store, and Jackie Wilson happened to be there. I got a chance to meet Jackie Wilson when I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Wow,
It was a big deal because you saw Jackie Wilson on the TV, on like Soupy Sales, and then on Dick Clark before he started American Bandstand. And so to be a little kid, 3, 4 years old, and to see all of this dynamic energy that it just began right around that time. Barry Gordy was at the peak of his powers, in 1957, and his sisters, Gwen and Anna, Gwen had a record company called Anna Records in honor of her sister Anna. These were my aunts.
Well, but you know what?
Sherry's aunt.
That's a beautiful thing.
And so the point I'm trying to make is that I was there at the beginning, even before the beginning, really, and so I saw everything come up. A lot of my younger cousins, they came up after things were up and running, but I saw it from the beginning, from the ground up.
Oh, yeah.
One of my only other people older than me is our cousin Iris, and Denise and my sister Roxana.
Right.
My sister is about a year older than me, but I think I had a very acute awareness and an insight because I was really focused on all those things because I saw the excitement in the Gordy family and everybody that was gravitating towards him as a little kid, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. I was really aware. I was astounded, because you got to remember, they weren't just in the studio just cutting records. They were creating hits.
Yes, that's
right. They wanted to address the pop market. They didn't want to just be known as black music, a black record company. They wanted to hit mainstream pop music, and they succeeded. So that excitement in Detroit, definitely, I wish I could sit down and write a story of just my vision, my envisionment. It was almost like a Disney movie, really. I mean, there's a lot of horrible things going on in Detroit, as everybody knows.
Yep.
Tried to focus on that. But the beauty and the unity, of this time and what Barry Gordy was able to do and the Gordy family, they had a lot of unity, but, as you get older, everybody kind of breaks off, splinters off. They go their own way. But to see that Pop and Bertha Gordy and the first 8 Gordy children, the unity, and being a little kid, to see that with a lot of my other cousins and things like that, it was a dynamic, in order for me to tell it, it would almost have to sound almost like a glorious fantasy or a Disney movie type of thing because, of course, you would, like every Disney cartoon, they talked about the Wicked Witch and the dragons and the evil, but the beauty, in the Disney cartoons and stuff like Wizard of Oz, when they showed the good and the bad, and the good outweighed the bad.
That's right. But you know what?
The glory of the Motown Hitsville story if they ever do make a movie or finish the movie, just like what they're doing the Motown musical, which is toured all over the country and London, England, to extract the beauty, minimize the horror and negativity. That's in everybody's life.
Yeah. But Robert, hey, I understand that, but we're gonna wrap this up. But we're going to come back with y'all the second half of the show. We're going to talk a little bit more about what you're doing and talk a little bit more to Sherry Gordy about the future of Motown and where things going. So y'all hold on for us, whatever.
Let me interject to this before you go on a break. That Sherry Gordy is actually been given the torch. Her father has literally given her the torch to carry on the legacy and her beauty and her spirit and her intelligence. She is the one out of all family members is just bringing honor to her father and her mother.
Amen.
By being a diligent daughter and carrying the torch, taking us into the future.
Okay.
With the legacy of what her father started.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing. So we'll be back though. So y'all stay on. So I want to talk to the viewers a little bit. Hey, we heard a little bit to talk to Robert Gordy Jr. about Motown, but we'll be back again with part 2 of the Lifestyle Show with Sherry Gordy and Robert right after this. Keep sounding profiling. Hey, Denzel Washington, I'm sorry for bumping you again, man. But we have Motown come on. I'll get you on the show next time, Denzel. You take care. Back with the Lifestyle Show next time. Peace.